Welcome back to the Music Massive. And as I said, we've got a special guest inside the studio. He's a very, very busy man, but he took time out to come into Skyline Studios this Sunday afternoon. We have the man, Mr. Don Smith, live and direct, a professional speaker. He's been working with children on a primary school level, secondary school level, and also working with various executives internationally and locally. And a lot of people on the corporate circuit will know Mr. Don Smith, a motivational professional speaker, and he also does a lot of work for MindStyle as well. So we're going to introduce Mr. Don Smith to Skyline Radio.
Yes, Captain, respect. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I appreciate this time to spend talking out to the people in Wolverhampton, the Wolverhampton Massive. I just want to start off controversial. People who know me already know I like to do a little bit shocking. So the first thing I want to say is that MindStyle, my company, deals and talks about success. But the only reason we do that is because that's what people want to hear about, success and how to be wealthy, and how to be rich and how to be famous. What I'm going to tell you right now in the next half an hour, I want to kind of show you that nobody wants success. Nobody wants money. You listening? Nobody wants wealth and power. So if you don't know what they really want, keep listening. In the meantime, let me read something to you that you will have heard before, but it's so much worth hearing it again. It was by Marianne Williamson, who wrote a book called Return to Love. It's been accredited to Nelson Mandela because he quoted it in his inauguration speech when he came out to that long walk to freedom. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who are we to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make and manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So, remember this when people talk about kings and how we're descended from the rulers of the world. In ancient Egypt, among the pharaohs were white and black and red and all kinds building the pyramids. And among every strata of that early times, there was everybody mixed together just like now. It's nothing new. The youth them are full up of education and don't have a job. So what's going on? Well, I would suggest it is their mind style. You see, 45, 50 years ago, an African Caribbean contingent arrived in the UK, in Britain, in the West Midlands, in Wolverhampton here, on a mission to make their lives better. But their mind was set. They came to an unknown place with a plan already formed. They didn't really know where they were going. They didn't know who they were going to meet. It was just stories, rumors, predictions from people who didn't know. So when they came, their minds were set. So although when they arrived in their suit and tie, smart, educated, middle class type black people arrived, what they arrived to wasn't what they expected. But because their minds were set, they carried on with the plan, and the plan was to work hard, earn money, send it back home, create a better situation where they came from the opportunities where they were. Because they believed in the illusion of success, of money, of power. So if you're hearing me out there and you feel that I'm wrong, that people do want success, that people do want money, that people do want power, you need to make the call. Yeah? So call me on Skyline Radio 07929840058 if you think people really want money, power and success. Because all I'm saying is they don't want those things. And if you don't call me, I'm not going to tell you what they really want. So these people came here 45, 50 years ago to a situation that was changing just like your situation is changing every day right now. Read in the paper yesterday, global warming is real. The ice cap's melting. The oil is running out. What's happening in Iran? Nuclear bombs. The job unemployment rate is going up. Worry, 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 worry. But listen to me, 20 years ago, there was some other stuff to worry about. There were some other things to focus on. So we keep getting these messages of gloom and doom. Well, I'm suggesting again, it's a great time to be alive. Things are fantastic right here in Wolverhampton. Investment like you've never seen before. Opportunity like you've never seen before. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, don't set your mind to a particular frequency, even though you must lock onto Skyline Radio. You got to understand, having a mind style means that you can meet whatever the day brings up flexibly. Flexibly. Flexibility is the key to high energy, high power, cooperation. So please, if you agree with me and you think that nobody wants money, nobody wants power, and nobody wants success, give me a call on 07929840058. Time is running and passing. Okay, what's Mind Style about? One of the things we talk about is personal development. You see, schools were designed to create workers for a factory and an industrial system. Many years ago, a man named Andrew Carnegie did a brilliant thing. He took the Bessemer steel process from Scotland, where nobody was interested in making steel, took it to America, and through this process and his industry, he managed to put steel in the form of railroads across all of America. That made him the world's first billionaire. And that's when a billion was worth something. Check this out. He then linked up with a guy called Rockefeller, who was into oil and banking. And they met up with another guy called Ford. And Ford said to them, I know how you can sell more oil and more steel than in your wildest dreams. We're going to build this thing called a motor car. Right now, motor cars, only the very, very rich could dream about it. But what if we could create access to motor cars for everybody? If everybody could have a car, do you know how much steel, how much oil it would need to run that? You think you're rich now. So they joined up with him. And Mr. Ford, as you will know from your history lessons, created the first production line to roll out Ford's cars. And of course, the famous statement is that you can have your Ford car any color you like, as long as that color is black. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling this because to run the production line, they needed people. And at that time, people worked on farms, they were industrious, they were self-promoting, self-actualizing. People looked after themselves. There's no welfare state, but Carnegie and Rockefeller, with their high-level connections, went to the government and said, we want to educate people. Give them the 3 R's, reading, writing, arithmetic, social skills, because they needed people to work in their production line companies. So since then, it is now the law that young people go to school and learn a particular way to operate. Now that's worked okay so far, but now the young people are smarter than ever. They know more than ever. The knowledge in an iPod, the knowledge in a PS2, the knowledge in a PSP is 10, 100,000, I don't know how many times more than in the first computers that put a man on the moon. That's what the youth are dealing with now. They've got raw knowledge, intelligent in terms of emotion, in terms of finances, in terms of spirituality, and in terms of health.